In this hectic game of point redemptions and traveling, you're bound to make a mistake or two. Mine was booking a flight way too early. Recently, KLM had a 30% transfer promotion going on, and I found a flight to Paris for just 19,500 points round trip. Now, for some reason unknown to man, I decided not to book the trip right away and I decided to wait. I ended up completely switching my dates because when I revisited the flight, the price almost doubled. Then eventually the price on the switch dates increased as well, so now instead of paying 19,500 points for a round trip, I was paying 34,000 points or miles round trip. Still a great deal, valued at around 11 cents per point. Then for some reason about a month later, I decided to check the website again and the flight was back down to 19,500 miles round trip. KLM does allow you to cancel your flight for 50 euros, which is I think $56 for a full refund if that's in your ticket's terms and conditions. I don't even know where you find your ticket's terms and conditions, but I just know your ticket comes with terms and conditions. And of course, in the time it took me to think about if I wanted to cancel the flight and get the difference of the points, the price increased again. The situation, which I was trying to figure out at the time, didn't make sense to cancel and rebook the flight. I think it does make sense because I look at it as canceling the flight, getting an extra 10,000 points, and paying $50 for it. So you're essentially paying $50 for 10,000 points, even though essentially I'm just losing $50. And if the price doesn't drop again, which it's been like 3 weeks at this point, I'm essentially going to lose 10,000 miles as well. This same situation happened to someone else in a Facebook group that I'm in, except they'd be getting a little under 30,000 miles back, and their flight was for 2 people, so they'd have to pay 100 euros for it. But again, if you look at it as paying 100 euros for around 30,000 points, I think that is still a great deal, even though essentially you would have done yourself more justice just by tracking the flights and doing a better job at calculating the price and all that, because you are losing 100 euros at the end of the day. I think there's 2 lessons here. The first one is if you see a price on the website that you think and believe is going to be the lowest price they're going to offer, book it immediately. The other lesson is that prices do fluctuate, and sometimes it's worth seeing if the price will drop, but that can also turn into a dangerous game because sometimes the price drops, goes back up, and then keeps on rising. So you have to determine at what price you're going to pull the trigger if it just keeps rising and rising. Other lesson, and this is a huge lesson, which I don't even know how I end up in these situations, honestly, but make sure that you are planning out thoroughly the time that you want to spend on your trip. I didn't take enough time to fully plan out how much time I wanted to spend in Paris, and my trip, I'm only going to be there for about 2.5 full days, even though half a day is not a full day, but I'm landing really early in the morning, so I count it as like a full day, even though it's not. I didn't take enough time to thoroughly plan it out, and I really just jumped on this because of how good of a deal it was. I really never even wanted to go to Paris, to be honest. I was supposed to go to Greece, and then there was a layover, and I'm like, I don't want to do a layover. And then I don't even know how I ended up here, to be honest. But I'm still really excited to go after planning out my itinerary. I'm really excited to go, actually. I just wish that I would have thought a little bit more about how I was going to spend there, factor in the travel time and all that. But it's all good. You live and you learn. I'm still going to go have a great time and then go back. So even if the prices don't drop again, I might still cancel and rebook my flight because the prices are still the same if I want to extend it by 2 days, and that will have an extra 2 days in Paris to do whatever I want. And I also like that Paris is a major city, so I can also pretend like I live there for a little bit, go to Starbucks, do my work, whatever I need to do at Starbucks. I can go have like a little picnic, I can go wherever and just, you know, have fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is a crazy story. It really wasn't that eventful or exciting, but I just wanted to let you guys know, like, make sure you're planning your trips, and make sure if you see a price that's low, you grab the ticket. Don't play the waiting game with these airlines. They will win every single time and you will be upset about it. So I'll see you guys in the next one.